Good afternoon, guys. Mr. C here. This is going to be for second graders. I figured this would be a good book to read right now because of the cover, and especially during the springtime we have a lot of things that smell great outside. Flowers, barbecues going, freshly cut grass. So as I'm reading this book, I want you guys to think about the smells that you personally smell when you go outside and you maybe go to the park or just walk around the neighborhood a little bit. So we are going to read Smell, and it is by Patricia J. Murphy. All right, always a good idea to look at the table of contents when especially when you're reading a nonfiction book like this. All right, we can see they have all these subtitles here and the page number on the right. Everyone smells. When you wake up in the morning, you breathe in the new day. With every breath, you smell your clean shirt. You smell the cinnamon in your oatmeal too. You smell your mother's perfume, and it's only 8 a.m. Your nose was busy before you even open your eyes. The nose's work is never done. It is busy with every breath you take. Your nose has two important jobs. Its first job is to help you breathe. Your nose forces air through its long, narrow tubes, or nostrils, to your lungs. It warms and filters the air you breathe. Your nose's second job is to smell. When you smell a flower, your nose picks up smell molecules in the air. Almost everything has smell molecules. They break off from things around you. With every breath you take, air and smell molecules pass through your nostrils. This mixture is forced up your nasal cavity where your smell organs are. Most of the air and smell molecules travel onto the back of your mouth and throat. They finally go to the lungs. All right, we can see here the picture and the caption. The small blue, red, and green clusters are an illustration of smell molecules traveling from the rose to the girl. So you can see there the small molecules. The rest of the smell molecules travel to the olfactory organs. These organs are two small patches behind the bridge or top of your nose. They are the size of your thumbnail. Together, they do all your nose's smelly work. Your olfactory organs send nerve impulses or messages to the brain's olfactory center in the cerebral cortex. All right, these are big words, guys, and they're in bold, so you know that they're important, and they're definitions that you can probably look up in the dictionary, or if the book has a glossary, that would be a good place to look up these words as well. This part of your brain can identify more than 10,000 smells. All right, we just saw the definition there. This is the part of the brain that can identify more than 10,000 smells. When the nerve impulses reach this area, the brain says, "What a beautiful flower." Of all your five senses, smell is the simplest and fastest. That's very important right there. Of all of your five senses, smell is the simplest and fastest. Also, your sense of smell has the straightest path. A smell from the outside world goes straight to your brain. All right, we have another illustration here. A little diagram of the cerebral cortex. We have the brain, the nerve, the olfactory bulb, nasal cavity, nerve receptors, nostril. All right, and it says this illustration shows all the parts involved in smelling. The nose knows. Your nose is in the middle of your face. It is made of bone and cartilage. Your nose may be short or long. The tip of your nose may be round or pointed. It may have freckles or moles. The outside of your nose may look different than your friends' noses. All right? That's important too. Here we go. While people's noses may look different on the outside, inside their noses are the same. On the inside, however, noses are all the same. Your nose's olfactory organs are covered with millions of nerve receptors. These nerve receptors are cells that catch the smell molecules in their liquid or mucus. The receptors, tiny sensory hairs, reach out and touch the smell molecules. The nerve receptors recognize the smell molecules. Next, the nerve receptors change the smell molecules into nerve impulses. These impulses travel along the nerve receptors' nerve fibers. They go up through the bones of your skull to the brain's olfactory bulbs. The olfactory bulbs are groups of nerve fibers in the brain. All right, we have another diagram here. It is easy to see how short the path is for smell to travel from the nose to the brain. Nerve impulses travel along these nerve fibers. On the way, they stop at the olfactory bulb's message centers. These message centers sort out all of the impulses. Next, the nerve impulses travel to the olfactory center of the cerebral cortex. There, the brain identifies the nerve impulses as smells. Scientists are not sure how nerve receptors recognize smell molecules. They are working to learn more about smell. Sometimes scientists have an idea or theory. It is called the lock and key theory. This theory says that every smell molecule fits a certain nerve receptor. The molecules act like keys. The receptors act like locks. Together, a lock and key set off a nerve impulse. This impulse is sent to the brain where it is recorded in your memory. All right, right here, we have, according to one theory, small molecules fit certain nerve receptors like keys, fit different locks. We have a picture of a key and a lock. Remember me? For many people, certain smells trigger memories. For example, when Santa smells fresh baked bread, When Stella smells fresh baked bread, she thinks of her grandmother. She remembers the times that her grandmother baked bread. When Matthew smells sweaty socks, he thinks of gym class. Scientists say these smells-related memories do not happen by chance. They believe our nerve impulses travel through areas of the brain that affect memory and feeling. Scientists are still studying the smell and memory connection. All right, before I finish reading this, in another video, I want you guys to think about certain smells and what they bring about in terms of memories for you. All right, think of a certain smell. Maybe you smell coffee brewing in the morning and you think of your dad, or you smell fresh cut grass and you think of your first baseball game. Whatever it may be, just think of that, and maybe you can leave a comment in the comment box on my YouTube page. All right, guys, until next time, see you later.